Hey guys, thank you very much for stopping by and welcome to a special video. So in today's video I'll be showing you my predictions for the FIFA 21 Liverpool squad. So what I've done is obviously I'll fill in the squad with the ratings that I predict. If there are cards that exist with the rating, I'll just drop them in and I'll explain why I chose. For the subs, and I'll go with the regular subs, but for the reserves what I've done is that I've decided to put the potential signings. So obviously I won't be exploring the younger generation of the Liverpool squad with all the bronze and silver players, etc. So the reason why I'm doing this real quick is obviously we've got massive support on the most recent video I've dropped, so I want to thank you guys for that. We've also reached 400 subscribers, so if you're new to the channel then make sure you subscribe. So we're going to start with the goalkeeper. We're going to go with Alisson. So my thoughts on Alisson, to be fair, I mean we haven't seen much of him this season, but obviously you need to take into account, since I'm speaking in a way where Liverpool are the Premier League champions, so it's going to be hard to drop any players from their squad. To be fair, Alisson, in my opinion, the games he's played, he's done pretty decent. So I think I'll keep him as an 89. I don't see him getting higher rating, or even there's no way he's going to drop. And I don't think any player from the Liverpool main squad should drop. The subs will go to that in a moment. But for that, I'm going to go with 89 Alisson. Next up, we're going to have two upgrades. I'm going to start with one of the most overpowered and cheap defenders in the game. We're going to go with Joe Gomez. Obviously, at the beginning of FIFA, he's been very dominant. A lot of people used him. So as you guys see, it's his 80 rated card. In my opinion, next year Gomez should get a +2. I think we should see an 82 rated Gomez. Obviously, Liverpool's defense this year has been amazing. I think we should drop him. We should increase him, sorry, to 83 pace, 80 defending, and 78 physical. I think his physical needs to increase a bit. His defending, I'll increase it. I don't know. I'm saying drop it. I'll increase it to an 80, and his pace I will increase to 83. Next up, one of the best defenders in the world currently. We're gonna go with Virgil van Dijk. Obviously, his partner in crime. Liverpool this season have been unreal. Their main squad has been amazing, and to be fair, when he's been horrible to play against, but the rate I'm gonna put him, he already has a card, so I'll drop him in a 91 rating. I believe Van Dijk deserves a 91 rating, as if you guys saw from my thumbnail. I think the defending and physical should stay the same for FIFA 21 with a 91 defending and 87 physical. I'll increase his pace to 79. I want to go to 80, just put it as 79 as center back. Obviously, in the same time, I'm trying to analyze it as the way the FIFA creators would do. So obviously, I wouldn't give Van Dijk an 80 pace, but I'll give him a 79. Next up, on the right back, I'm going to go with Alexander Arnold. If we can see, where's his card? Wait, no, Trent. Let's look for Trent. So Trent Alexander-Arnold. Obviously Robertson this year got an 85 rated card, and I feel like they both play equally. They both support Liverpool on the same level in terms of plays from the defensive backs. So I'll increase Alexander-Arnold to an 85 rated right back. I believe his passing should be at least an 86. He's had a phenomenal season. Obviously, I mean, yeah, in the Champions League they didn't do much, they couldn't qualify, but in the Premier League, finally after 30 years, I believe that is, Liverpool have done it. Yeah, that's what I believe, since the Premier League is coming back. So 81 defending. To be fair, his pace I'll increase to an 83, his dribbling to an 80, his defending I'll increase to an 82, his physical I'll keep it. I don't think he's very physical. We haven't seen an improvement in physicality, but I think we've saw an improvement in everything else. His shooting maybe to a 66, keep it at 65, but his passing needs to go up to an 86. Next up, our left back, we're going to go with obviously Robertson. So as I said, if both players deserve the same rating, that's why I'm going to stick with Robertson's 85. I know he's had a phenomenal season, but to be fair, I don't see him doing better than Trent, and I think if they put two 85s on the right backs and left backs, that'd be insane. So as you guys can see, 85 pace, 80 defending, 75 physical, 79 dribbling. I mean, the only problem I have with this card is his passing is very low. So I wouldn't mind a +6 passing, have him at 83 passing at least. His pace, I'll keep it the same. Obviously, I wouldn't touch his pace. His dribbling is the same. I'll increase his defending to an 81 and his physical to a 75. So to be fair, obviously a lot of stats have been increased, but the reason why I stick with the rating chain with the same ratings, I just don't see EA giving Robertson a higher rating than Trent. That'd be very weird unless they increase Trent to an 86, which is also I'll doubt since they're both be 86 rated. So I think that's a bit too high, +3. But that's alright. Also, I stuck with the 4-3-3 formation, which Liverpool normally plays at. So in terms of midfield, I mean, they've got a lot of midfielders, but I'm going to stick with the most remarkable ones. First of all, I'm going to go with Fabinho, 85 Fabinho. Liverpool depend a lot on their midfield in terms of defense, and to be fair, I think that's what won them this season. And for that, I personally would go with Fabinho. I'd keep him at an 85 rated. We haven't seen anything spectacular more than 85 rated. To be fair, I think it's perfect. I'll just maybe increase his passing by 1, increase his shooting by 1, and increase his pace by 1. Just give him a tiny upgrade, but I don't think it's worth going to an 86. I think his defending is perfect and his physical is perfect. Next up, we're going to go with a player who's extremely underrated. Obviously, he's one of the best box-to-box midfielders in the world, in my opinion. I'm going to go with Gini Wijnaldum, and I'm going to give him an 85 rated card. So just a +1, as you can see, his base card is 84. So to be fair, the stats here look pretty fair. I mean, maybe just increase his pace to 80 and increase his physical to 80, and I think that card would look perfect on him. I think he deserves a big upgrade this season. He showed out really well, while Liverpool has one of the best midfield in the world. And maybe not in terms of players, but in terms of how they work with the team chemistry and how they play together. Next up, with our midfielder, where I'm going to go with the team captain, Jordan Henderson, who honestly has been playing like a leader this year, and I feel like he deserves an upgrade, and that's why I'm going to go with an 84 rated Jordan Henderson. I don't think he's a Fabinho's level yet, and I don't think he's a Wijnaldum's level. I mean, well, Wijnaldum has been very clutch this season, but I still think Henderson's card is pretty, I mean, it's harsh on the way he's been playing, on the way he's carried Liverpool at times, and being the leader he is. So his passing I'll increase to 85. His physical and defending will most probably I'll increase to an 82 physical and 81 defending. And to be fair, the rest I'll keep the same. I think 65 pace fits him perfectly. Maybe shooting increased by 1, and dribbling I'll keep the same for sure. Now with the trio, we're obviously going to go with Sadio Mane to start with. As you guys saw from the thumbnail, I'm going to go with a 90 rated Sadio Mane. I think that's a card he 100% deserves to have. I think Mane and Salah, there's not much I can say about. They've been absolutely insane. I wouldn't take Mane's pace to 96. I'll give him 95 pace. I'll also give him a 90 dribbling, 86 shooting. And I mean, his physical looks pretty decent. His passing I'll increase by a tiny bit. I think he does deserve a tiny bit better passing. I mean, as I said previously, they rely a lot on the wings, and the wings this season have been absolutely phenomenal. Next up, we're going to go with Mohamed Salah. And people need to understand that ratings, I mean, I personally, to be fair, I believe Salah deserves a 90 rated card. But just knowing how EA goes with, obviously, they're the champions, they want to market their players the most they can. I personally think they'll give Salah a 91 rated card. So with 94 pace, 90 dribbling, 87 shooting, 82 passing, and 75 physical. I mean, to be fair, it looks fine. I think they should increase his shooting. Obviously, maybe increase it to an 87. His dribbling seems fine. Pace, maybe go to a 95. His weak foot, to be fair, I mean, if I would increase his weak foot to 4-star skill moves. He scored a lot of goals with his right foot, which is his weak foot. So overall, I believe Salah should go to a 91, even though, as I clearly said, I think he deserves to be a 90 rated. And this is coming from a person, I mean, I'm not a Liverpool fan. And so, I mean, if you believe some of the ratings are biased, etc., then tell me down below in the comment which ratings you believe. And I'll tell you, I'm a Man United fan. So obviously speaking that well of my rivals, I think is because they absolutely deserve it. Next up, last player, we're going to go with Roberto Firmino. He's an 86 card. Obviously, to be fair, I mean, it was tough choosing between 87 and 88, but to be fair, I don't see Firmino getting higher than an 87 rated card. His stats look pretty decent on this. I mean, his pace, I find Firmino much faster than EA says he actually is. I mean, I think 79 pace is totally undeserved. I think he should get like an 82 or even an 83. Great skill moves. He's very skillful. He's got a great weak foot. I mean, maybe even a 5-star weak foot. It wouldn't be too bad. We've seen a lot from him. He's got a really good looking card. 85 shooting, I think. So just increase the pace by a bit and give him 85 shooting. And I think Firmino's card would be perfect. So as I said, no player got a downgrade, but now when we go to the subs, I feel like we're going to see a lot of downgraded players, purely on the fact that we haven't seen big performances except from a couple of players, which I'll go to. So first player, I'm going to go with Xherdan Shaqiri. I really like the player, but I don't think we've seen a lot from Shaqiri this year, so I'm going to give him an 81 rated. I'm going to downgrade him by 1. Unfortunately, we weren't able to see a lot from him. I think he's a very, very, very underrated player. He's pretty young. He's not old. He's maybe not 29 years old. I believe he's 29, so there's still more to come. But I mean, Liverpool bought him on the fact that he's a super sub. But then when you got Salah playing your place, then obviously we don't see much from you. Next up, we're gonna go with Naby Keita, Liverpool midfielder, who, to be fair, was pretty clutch this season. He's done some great performances, and that's why I decided to keep him at 82. I don't think any of his stats need to be touched. He hasn't done anything to downgrade his stats, and he hasn't done anything to improve his stats, to be fair. I mean, that 88 dribbling looks really, really, really good on him. Next up, I'm going to go with 2 players, and to be fair, I don't know how much I should rate them, just maybe in terms of age, but like performance-wise, they were really, really, really good. I'm going to start with Milner. He's pretty old. He's done really, really good this season, but to be fair, knowing EA, will they downgrade him because of his age? Will they upgrade him to an 82? I personally believe he should go to an 82, and if he says 81, I don't think that's a problem just because of the term of age. Alright guys, my apologies on that. My controller disconnected. So next up, as I was saying, we're going to go with Oxlade-Chamberlain. It's, I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't change any of his rating. I think an 80 rated is very, very fair on him. I don't know why my controller is being very, very, very weird right now. But as I said, I mean, I'll just take him with an 80 rated. The only special card we saw from his 85 was a storyline card. I mean, to be fair, we didn't see much of him, but I think it would be harsh to downgrade him, especially that Liverpool are the first in their league. So I keep him at 80 rated. I think that's fair on him. I don't see him anywhere being in the 70s. It's undeserved he goes to 70s, but I also think it's undeserved if he goes above 80 rated. Right, so next up, I'm gonna go with Nathaniel Clyne, a player who deserves a big downgrade in my opinion. I mean, to be fair, we didn't see much of him. He was in Trent replaced him, and to be fair, we didn't see much of him. I mean, it's unfortunate, but I think his 78 rated card should either go down to a 75 to a 74, but I personally wrote him down as a 75 rated. I just don't see Liverpool's right back EA going to give him a silver card. I don't see that. I mean, it could be probable. I think he'll be very, very rare. He'll be a rare card. He'll be one of the silver, as you guys can say, the silver beasts from FIFA 21. But I think they'll put him to a 75 rated. I think that's fair. We haven't seen much of him, even though it's an unfortunate downgrade. Now, to go with our 2 last players, we've got David Origi. Divock Origi. To be fair, I think even though he's a great super sub, I think we should increase him to a 79 rated. He's been 78 for quite a while. He's a pretty decent player. His stats, maybe the only thing I'll increase is his shooting. I mean, he's been very, very clutch. So the only thing I'll change in Origi is his shooting. I'll maybe take it to 78 or even a 79. Last but not least, we're going to go with a player who Liverpool fans, in my opinion, absolutely despise after that Champions League performance. We're going to go with Adrian, the biggest downgrade, I believe, from this season's Liverpool squad. Here, if we go with Adrian, to be fair, I don't know what his full name is. I hope that I can find him. I believe that's the 70s. Okay, no, there are 2 Adrians. There are 76. I believe he's the first one that pops up. That's why I was checking. So it should be him. Yes, here he is. He's pretty disliked by Liverpool fans, I'd say. I mean, I understand why. It was unfortunate to see them leave the Champions League. But in my opinion, Adrian, if it was up to me personally, honestly, I mean, any words I can say, but I think he deserves a 72 rated card. I think we should see a -4 downgrade to a 72 silver card. I mean, every game he's played, he hasn't performed much. He kind of let all the Liverpool fans down. So if it was in my hands, I would surely drop him to a 72 for his weak performances. So now with the reserve, what's going to happen is that I'm going to give you guys 3 players who can potentially join Liverpool next season. So currently, while I'm recording this, there's a player might get hijacked by Chelsea. I'm going to go with Timo Werner. Obviously, he's got a huge upgrade this season, but I think next season he should get an 87 card. So in case he joins Liverpool, I think he'll be a great addition to the club, to the squad. I mean, he looks pretty phenomenal. He's a really, really good player, but he might join Chelsea, so we can we'll see how what the future holds. Next up, we're going to go with a player who actually plays for the team that I'm wearing the jersey of. We're going to go with Memphis Depay, who currently plays for Lyon. I mean, he's been injured, so we haven't seen how he's played since he was injured, but Liverpool have been trying to sign him for quite a while. And so, to be fair, just from the clutch seasons he had, from the clutch games he had in the Champions League, he's a great player. Just the way he was playing before he got injured, I think he deserves an 86 rated card. He's one of the most underrated players in the world. Last season, I believe him and Lionel Messi were the only two players with double digits in goals and assists in the top 5 leagues. So he's got a pretty solid card. I mean, the only thing I've never liked about Memphis cards is I believe that his shooting is way too low. He's got phenomenal shooting. I think his dribbling is insane. I mean, if you look at the way he just runs around, dribbles, etc., he's got 5-star skill moves, which are absolutely deserved. So here we guys have it. There's Depay 86. And now with the last player of today's video, I mean, he might be the future of midfield. I'm going to go with a player who plays for Rennes. I'm going to go with Eduardo Camavinga, obviously the young sensation. 72 rated. He's 18 years old, I believe. So we'll take a quick look at that. He's born in 2002, so he is 18 or still 17. His birthday hasn't popped up. I can't calculate that in my head right now. So to be fair, Camavinga, he's had a pretty good season. He's a definite future star for sure. We're going to see him in the future stars in next year's promo. So 72 rate Camavinga, which in my opinion deserves to go to a 75 and non-rare 75 gold. Anyway, so here's the squad, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Once again, thank you guys for the recent support. Tell me down below in the comments which club you'd like to see me rate. Tell me if you agree or disagree with some of the ratings I've given, and I'll see you guys next time.